Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today, we're doing something a little bit different. For today, we're actually changing the channel name from AR12 Gaming to AR12 Home Improvement. This mess behind me that I sometimes call a garage is just that, an enormous mess. And today is the first step in turning this into my ultimate garage. Whether it be for building, modifying, cleaning cars, I want to be able to do it all in this space, and that is what we're gonna start today. Now, this is gonna be a really big project, so before we get into it, let me show you of some of the issues that we've got going on right now. We've got paint coming off of my concrete, and even the concrete itself is coming apart and leaving an enormous mess on the ground. That's obviously gotta go. We've got some holes in the garage floor and even a couple of cracks that we need to fix up. If we look up though, we've actually got two more issues. We've got one dinky little lights that don't allow me to see if it's dark outside, and we've also got this drywall tape that's coming off of the ceiling. That's gotta be fixed. We've got these super nasty garage stairs that obviously need to be changed. I think there might actually be something living in there. And the biggest problem of all, although it's super hard to see, trust me, after my first year living in this house, I can promise you it gets super cold. Inside of all of these walls, there's actually no insulation, and that means when it's minus 30 outside living up here in Canada, it's also minus 30 in the garage. And when you've got cars and a bunch of equipment that you want to keep safe and warm, that's not really good enough. So we need some insulation for the walls. So like I said, we've got a pretty big project on our hands here. We've got to rip down all of the walls. We've got to put insulation in, brand new lighting and paint. We need some storage cabinets for all of my stuff, and this is the beginning. However, if we are going to start on this journey, we need to clear out what we can. So let's get the cars out of here and make some room. So the first order of business is to get these car covers off of the cars. I keep them under covers just so they aren't covered in dust after the long winter, and when it's springtime, essentially, I have less work to do. And then I have new batteries in both of the cars, so what some people do when they store their cars is they'll actually take the batteries out of their car, take them into their basement, for example, and plug them into trickle chargers. Since I had fairly new batteries, I didn't think it was actually worth doing since they're basically brand new. And as you'll see, that was definitely a mistake. So we'll plug the Mustang in here just so we get it charged up a little bit to make the starting a little bit easier and continue to clear out the garage. I've actually got some really cool stuff in here. I've got 8 different rims in here. These ones are actually my old Golf R32 rims. You can see how beat up they were. They're kind of gross. But if we did want to get these rims back onto the Golf, we could, but I do like those ones. These ones, though, longtime viewers might remember, these are my gold Subaru STI rims. They are so cool, and I'm keeping them because I promise you one day I will find my Subaru STI again. I will purchase it. I have been missing that car so much ever since I sold it. Honestly, I look every single day to see if I can find that car for sale. Haven't found it yet, but I've got the wheels for it when I finally do. Anyways, though, all of these wheels, as cool as they are, they've got to go inside because we're gonna make a bit of a mess in here. And just like that, 8 rims later, they are going inside, down into the basement, and maybe we'll see them again soon. So here we go. The Mustang's been charging for like an hour now. I am really hoping this thing actually turns on. I have no battery. Yes! Yes, it worked! We got the car out of the garage, I put my new license plate on, and got pooed on instantly. So we actually had to spend the next little while cleaning the Mustang 5 minutes after it got out of storage. So we gave it a little bit of a snow fun. We'll do a big proper cleanup later, but for now, this is good enough. Okay, so remember what I said about how I didn't take the batteries out of my cars before I put them away for winter storage? Well, as it turns out, the Golf's battery is so dead, it won't actually unlock the car. Now you might be saying, well, that's simple enough to solve. Just go up to the door, put the key in, and turn it. Well, that's broken too. So there is only one more solution to get this car turned on, to get it out of the garage and make some room in here. I have to break into my own car. Now, no, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, but I have played Grand Theft Auto before, so this should be fairly simple.
As it turns out, that's not true. Breaking into a car apparently is one of the hardest things in the known universe, because here's what you essentially have to do. You get these two airbags when you break into a car. You shove them down the side of the door, and you're essentially inflating them with air to push the door out a little bit so you can stick this long stick in and pull the door handle from the inside. And that is what happened here.
Yes! Oh, that took an hour. So I think we can all agree that breaking into a car is one of the hardest things you can ever possibly do. So if you know a criminal, congratulate them on their good work. So now all we've got to do is get the battery plugged in for the R32 and get it moving, get it out of here, and then we can keep the garage cleanup going. However, that is easier said than done, because you know how most cars, like the Mustang, for example, the battery's just under the hood. You can open the hood and plug it in super easy. Where did they put the battery on the Golf? Well, they decided to put it in the trunk under about 9 bolts. So let's remove all of this and get it plugged in and get it out of here.
Don't you just love it when the easiest way to charge your car is to go in the front door, over the back seats, into your trunk, because you've parked too close to the wall to actually open up the trunk and charge it up that way? Anyways, while it was charging up, I noticed under my hood of the car, this heat shield thing was a little bit dirty, and as it turns out, I'm not the only person who likes the R32. We had a little bit of a visitor in the form of mice. So, great.
So I was thinking, since we're doing some work in the garage, we might as well do some work to the R32 itself. Right now, it's got these really nasty headlights on them that have definitely seen better days. For those of you who don't know, the R32 is originally from Texas, so I think the years that it spent sitting outside in the sun beating down on the headlights, combined with the fact that it also lived on a farm for a little while, the headlights got all pitted and sunburnt out, and hopefully with this, I can actually fix them up, so we'll see.
So if you've never used one of these kits before, they're actually pretty simple. They come with a bunch of sandpaper, all of these different levels, and then headlight polish.
Yo, that feels better already. Okay. So 400 grit sandpaper is done.
And essentially what you're doing is spraying the headlights down with a bunch of water, sanding them with grit all the way up and up and up, and then finally giving it a little bit of headlight polish so it shines like a diamond.
I don't know if it comes across on video, but I think it's messed up my headlight. That is clearly not worked. Like, what has it done to my headlights, bro? And that's the old one, bro. It looked better before.
With the car finally charged up, we got it out of the garage and spray foam number 2.
So now that the cars are out of here, I can show you a little bit about what I want to do to the garage. So here's the rundown of what I want to do with the garage. On the left-hand side, that's just a wall with a window. The interesting stuff happens here, here, and over here. So along the back, I want to get those really big storage shelves where I could put extra tires on, or rims, or just like extra wheels that I've got hanging around. I want to basically have cabinets all the way from this corner basically to where this door would open up. And then we come to the lawnmower. Yes, the infamous lawnmower. Well, he is gonna be moving out in outside, actually. I've got a little bit of extra room along the side of the house for a little shed that will house my lawnmower and all of my little gardening stuff. And then we come to this wall, and this is where all of the magic is gonna happen. I want this to be a little workshop with all of my tools, workbenches, vacuums for cars, and things like that, detailing stuff. I want it all in here. And then finally we come to this little no man's land of a corner. This is either going to be used up for the garbage, I don't know just yet, or maybe I could hang the bikes from the wall. I don't know just yet. We'll see. So there you have it. That is the ultimate garage build, part number 1. That's the rundown of what I want to do. Right now, when you see this, we're already going to be filming part number 2, where we're going to be ripping all of these walls down, all of these shelves and so on. It's going to be super cool. Make sure you subscribe for that. If you guys do have any suggestions for cabinets, storage, floors, or lighting, please let me know in the comments down below. It would be super, super appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!